No, Thomas, I'm not shaking your hand. I'll do a fist bump though, or an elbow. Good afternoon again, everyone. I'm joined by the very lovely Candice again. She is Dora the Explorer today. We're doing a walk from the AA 50 Walks in Suffolk book. Haven't done that one for a while. So yeah, that means we're back in Suffolk. We are in the county town of Ipswich. I know it's not the nicest setting. We've just found a car park that's apparently open 24 hours. Parking is a bit steep, but it is in the centre of town, so what do you expect?
Thanks, Ipswich Council.
Yeah, thank you for that very much. So we are going to be meeting up with James, Mary and their dog Bella from Bad Hair Adventures. Check them out, because they live in Ipswich. So we're doing a little 2 mile, maybe 2 to 3 mile walk. I've got a 2 mile walk from that 50 Walks in Suffolk book, and they've got a very similar walk from one of their Suffolk guidebooks, and it looked a little bit more interesting. Look, it had some greenery on it, so that could be slightly longer, so we might opt to do that, or sort of a mixture of both. Anyways, we've got to go and find them. I usually get lost in towns, so this will be fun. Anyways, enough talking, let's get walking. Welcome to Suffolk, everyone. Someone's drunk on the side of the street there. Yeah, that's not a good introduction to Ipswich. I think it was like 2 or 3 people. They were really drunk. They were like just laying there in the street in like a shop front. Yeah, they were blind drunk, passed out. So hopefully they're all right. It's pretty chilly out today as well. Even though we're in a town centre, it is icy cold. And I forgot gloves.
I didn't.
No, Candice bought 2 pairs of gloves, so I'll be pouncing a pair off her, definitely. Cornhill's large open space is the focal point of Ipswich and the historic setting for markets, fairs and executions. In 1555, the so-called Ipswich martyrs were burnt at the stake here for their Protestant beliefs. The square is dominated by the town hall, erected in 1868 and crowned by female figures representing commerce, justice, learning and agriculture. Commemorations of 3 famous sons of Ipswich are to be found within yards on St Peter's Street and its continuation on St Nicholas Street. On the corner of the latter and Silent Street there is a fine timber-framed house with a plaque to Thomas Wolsey, 1475 to 1530, the child of an Ipswich butcher who became Lord Chancellor of England under Henry VIII, but was eventually accused of high treason and ordered to travel down from York to London to be tried. A broken man, he died en route in Leicester. The late Cardinal is also commemorated by a fine statue nearby, an interesting feature of which is the presence of a pet cat behind the throne on which Wolsey is seated. This may be Marlinspike, the cat who plays an unexpectedly prominent role in Hilary Mantel's Man Booker Prize-winning novel, Wolf Hall. The county town of Ipswich makes for a pleasant day out, and there is easy walking along the pedestrianised streets of the historic centre. Founded as the Anglo-Saxon trading port of Ipswich around AD 600, it retains much of its original street plan. A dozen medieval churches survive in the town centre, surrounded by modern offices and shops. There are half-timbered houses and inns, and the remains of a medieval priory. His short walk begins in the town centre and works its way down to the docks, built in the 19th century on the site of the original Saxon shore. The wet dock is in the process of gentrification and houses a mixture of wharves, warehouses, apartments, yachts and pubs. Two doors along from Wolsey's house, another plaque marks the birthplace of V.S. Pritchett, 1900 to 1907, author of 5 novels, the classic travel books Marching Spain and Claire Drummer, and collections of short stories. Across the road, a modern artwork honours Prince Alexander Obolensky, who in 1936 scored what has become known as the greatest England try ever, when making his England rugby playing debut against New Zealand. It also marks the first time England had ever beaten the All Blacks. On the corner of Princes Street and Queen Street, close to the end of the walk, is a sculpture of a large woman with a handbag and an umbrella. This is Grandma, the best known character of the cartoonist Carl Giles, 1916 to 1995, who lived in Ipswich and worked in the office across the road.
Fancy.